humility. Im oshehu, a person who has wealth. Im oshehu, yismach bechelko. You should rejoice in your portion. Bolavhu lazor l'misheino. What should you think? I was given it to help, to assist people who don't have. In gibaru, olav lazor l'koshlim, lahatzil lashukim. Yeah, power, physical power, other types of power, to assist those who are weak and to save those who are victimized. You have various servants in the palace. Each one has his responsibility. So Hashem distributes various chores to different people. You know, we say the question of tzaddik v'ralo, tzaddik v'tovlo, which is a bigger question. Tzaddik v'ralo, tzaddik v'tovlo. Moshe. What? What's a bigger question to you? Tzaddik v'ralo, tzaddik v'tovlo. No, it's not a bigger question. Tzaddik v'tovlo is a bigger question. If Shlomo says there's great wisdom, okay? In tzaddik what's a sheyas tov lo yechtor. There's no perfect tzaddik. Does Hashem prefer to pay the debt there or pay it here? So he prefers it here. So tzaddik v'ralo, that's simple. Nobody's perfect. But if nobody's perfect, so why is tzaddik v'tovlo? Oh, that's the answer. The answer is because every person has his unique mission in life. So if his mission is that he needs personality, intelligence, wealth, health, he needs all those things. So it's not given to him as a reward. That's only to facilitate his purpose in existence. So the tovlo has no relevance to schar. It's not a question of Hashem's rewarding him. That's tzaddik. Okay? So it's a question because, but why him and not him? Why is that your mission? Why is the other mission, the other person, tzaddik has different mission? That only God knows. Nobody's privy to that information. Even Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't privy to that. Okay? So why you were given the wealth to assist others who don't have, or you have physical strength to protect the downtrodden and those who are victimized. Why? We don't know why. But that is your mission. So you're only endowed with that particular endowment is because that is your purpose. It's not because you're special. Because that's something you need in terms of your perfection. That's why you're provided with that. You know, it's like a person who takes medication, $2,000 a dose. He cried for it. You know what kind of medication I take? $2,000 a dose. Could you afford that? You know something? Thank God I don't have the problem. You can keep the medication. Hashem gives you mega dollars. Why? Because you need that to protect your neshama. To help those who don't have that, any other way you're not going to be perfected. Your spirituality is not going to be advanced unless you have that to advance your spirituality. Wait one second. You're going off on a tangent now. Try to understand the concept.
What I was going to say is that this marshal that he gives in the household, everybody who has a specific servants, each has a specific chore or responsibility. It's not the best analogy to the way the world works, because in the physical world, the master of the house actually does assign everybody a chore, and it's explicit. Your job is to do this every day. You clean the fireplace, you clean the floors, etc. When it comes to God and us,
Wait a second.
It's not explicit.
Wait a second.
We have to figure it out.
Very often people ask, am I on the right track? Right? Even as a Jew, am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? You know, it's interesting if you read about the Salvation family. The Salvation family in the 1800s were the equivalent of the Reichmans when they were on top of the mountain. They supported thousands of families. And then they devalued the currency, they lost everything. So they had to convene a Bezdin in Europe. Rabbi Soslanter was one of the people, because it's a Chil Hashem. They said, here, they do so much chesed, and they were involved in supporting thousands of families. What did I take it from? Evidently, maybe they're not what we thought they were. Or maybe God doesn't reward you for doing the good thing. So they had to convene some kind of bezin. Rabbi Yisrael Salanter, a few other people, and they came up with some kind of half-baked reason. Unless you have the property, you really don't know the reason. But it had to save face, they had to come up with some reason why the Salvation family lost their money. So what happens? But they were brilliant people. So what do you do if you don't have an office to go to? And with the Beis Medrash, they sat and learned. All of a sudden they saw they have an ability, which was one of a kind of ability. They had minds that they were able to plumb the depths of Torah. And then the Beis HaLevi was born, who was the father of Reb Chaim. So if they wouldn't have lost their wealth, all the Torah that we have today from Reb Beis HaLevi and Reb Chaim Brisker, and the Brisker Rebbe we wouldn't have. You understand? Because that was the purpose initially, to do whatever they did then. Afterwards, now you're on another track. How do I know what my mission is? You don't. But if you follow the script properly, ultimately Hashem will bring you to what you're supposed to do. At that point, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Supporting thousands of families. Now, it's a test. You lose it. What do? Do you go to Beis Medrash? Or you go and you bellyache and you complain and you bolt from God because God pulled the rug from under you? They went to the Beis Medrash. That's exactly what they were supposed to do. But that was the test. And then they came upon their purpose, which is ultimately to disseminate Torah at a whole new level of analysis, which nobody ever learned, the way Reb Chaim learned. Because Reb Chaim even surpassed his father, Reb Chaim Brisker.
That's the point. It's not easy.
No, that's choice. That's the challenge of life. Of course, it's not easy. You're given the instruction, very simple. Now, I remember years ago, I used to go every other week up to a prison, maximum security prison, every other week. It's called Green Haven Maximum Security Prison. So it was a penitentiary, and when they had this penitentiary had an electric chair. When they had the death penalty, it had an electric chair. And I used to go every other week for a while until they didn't allow us to come anymore. So there was a person that when I came, I noticed him. And I recognized him. I hadn't seen him in about 20 years. Because when I first came to Israel in 1962, he came from a family that wasn't religious, from Providence, Rhode Island. And I recognized him. I wouldn't say it's embarrassing. Whatever. And then afterwards, he heard my name, so he did this. So he took an egg without permission, because he wanted to have an egg. They put him in solitary confinement for 4 days for taking an egg. You understand? That's the way they treated him. You understand? This guy followed the script exactly as you're supposed to follow the script. You take the egg, they put you in solitary confinement. They put you in the hole for 4 days. It's clear, very clear. There's no choice there. You just follow orders exactly as you're told, or else, they can be serious consequences. That's what life's all about. The Quran says, the Gemara says, the world is like a hay. Too wide. There's a wide space between the two legs. You want to go into free fall, you go into free fall. When you come back, you can't come back to where you fell out. You got to come through that tiny opening on the left side, and you got to squeeze through. Otherwise, you don't make it. To be continued.